Today I'm going to show you how we find the value of the constant when we're integrating indefinite integrals. So for this you need to have some information. Now you should have learnt some integration or basic anti-differentiation skills so that you can find the value c. So let's just look at some basic polynomials. If I want to integrate x squared, I'm just using an example I've got written down here, plus 2x with respect to x, what I need is some further information about this curve. So in order to find this constant c, so let's start by integrating that first. When we integrate this, we increase the power, so x cubed over 3 plus 2x squared over 2 plus c, and these twos cancel, and we can simplify it to say a third x cubed, or x cubed over 3, plus x squared plus the c. Now, if we have some information about this, and don't forget, this becomes y equals, so this is our curve. And we have some information about this curve. So here's one here, when y equals 1, x equals 1. Now, if we have some information or a coordinate on this curve, we can now find this value constant. So I'm just going to substitute these into my curve. So I've got y equals 1 when x is 1. So let's cube that, plus 1, so I'm substituting this in, plus the value of c. So let's work that out. That's 1 cubed, which is 1/3, so I've got 1 equals 1/3, plus 1 whole, I'm always just going to write that as 3 over 3, so I can add that up, plus the value of c. So this here gives me 4 over 3, but I'm going to subtract that. I end up getting c equals 1/3. Yep. And now I can rewrite the function as y equals x cubed over 3 plus x squared plus 1/3. And therefore y equals, let me just write that down, there we go, plus 1/3. All right, let me clear some space. I did spot the error there for a moment because, of course, 1 minus the 1 is 0 equals 1/3. I need to minus the c. Error on my part. c is negative 1/3. So now when I write the function, I need to make sure that the constant is negative 1/3. Apologies. All right, let's do another example. Now for this, you need to know how to integrate functions of the form 1 over x or x to the negative 1 where the power is negative 1. So as long as you know that, you can go on and look at this example. So for this, if the y dx is 3 over x, we know the value of y is 10 and the value of x is 1. Find y in terms of x, assuming that x is greater than 0, looking at the domain of this function. All right, so first of all, we need to integrate 3 over x with respect to x. And we do that, and we get 3, because that's the constant we can pull out the front. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by the integral of 1 over x, which is the natural log of x. Okay, and don't forget, we add that c. Now, I'm going to substitute the values that we know, because don't forget, this now becomes y. So this is our curve. So we get y equals 3 multiplied by the natural log of x plus c. Substitute in the values that we know. Well, y is 10 and x is 1. So 3 multiplied by the natural log of 1 plus c. Now, the natural log of 1, if you know your functions, this is actually 0. 0 times 3 is 0 plus c, which means c has to equal 10. So we finish that off saying that our curve is y equals 3 multiplied by the natural log of x plus 10. And that's pretty much how you find the constant c of an indefinite integral.